Spoken English with Alice. So today I'm going to teach you guys about indirect questions. So here's an example I'll give to you. So for example, when you go to an overseas place, you will ask for the people on the road, like, I want to know where road we are. I want to know where we are. And this girl, she's like, hi, where is this road? So this is like a little bit too direct, and it sounds like demanding. And sometimes people can call you rude or impolite because it's a little bit too direct. So what indirect questions do is that it will give the people who receive the questions a feeling of being respected, and it keeps a pretty well distance that can give people space to breathe. So moving on to the next one. So I will give you the definitions of direct questions and indirect questions. So direct questions is like normal questions that we ask friends and families and people we are close to. For example, you say to your mom, Mom, where's the car? Dad, where's my money? For example, like that. And for the indirect questions, it's for the formal and polite questions that people ask. We ask people we don't know or in professional settings. So for example, you are on a road and you don't know what time it is, and you will ask the people sitting next to you or standing next to you, excuse me, would you mind telling me what the time is? What time it is? It sounds more formal and it sounds polite. So that is the use of indirect questions. So right now I'm going to give you the general structure of indirect questions. So we have these direct questions over here. When will the test end and did we do it right? So for the first example, we will have, from this example, we will change into, we will add another introductory phrase. Do you know when? Introductory phrases like, do you know when? I would like to know if, I wonder. It's the phrases that start the indirect questions and give a nice welcome to people who hear it. So we will have this question word order, like, will the test end? And did we do it right? But actually that order is wrong. And if we want to make the interaction questions right, we have to change the positions like this. So, do you know when the test will end? The test will end. The will from this place, it changed into this place. And the word did, it from this place into this place. And we also eliminate the word do. So that is like the correct order of the indirect questions. It uses a statement order, while the previous question, it used the question word order. So we're moving on to the test quiz. So now that you know the order of whether you can pay it right now, any volunteers, guys, or I will pick a name. Okay, time's up, so I will call Harina. Can you do the number one? Can you tell me if it's a correct indirect question or not? Or is there anything you don't understand yet? So you're saying like this phrase is like a correct indirect question? Is it correct? So you see, when you ask a question, a direct question, you could ask like, can you pay it right now? But in this indirect question, the word from can you pay it right now, it changed into this position. So they say, I'd like to know whether you can pay it right now. So, Harina, you're correct, you get 1 plus points. Anyone for the second one? I'll just do some of it and we'll move on. Yes, it is correct. Can you explain why? It's in your nature. Okay. So the reason why this is correct, because if you consider the previous question, if you ask a direct question, it would be, where is the chair, right? But in this phrase, where is the chair, that is from this place, it changed into this place. So it is a statement order, and you could say, could you tell me where the chair is? Not, could you tell me where is the chair? And that is the correct order of an indirect question. There are two kinds of questions to turn into the indirect question. You have the WH questions, like questions that start with the WH word, like what, who, when, where, why, whom, which, whose, how. And we have the yes-no questions, questions whose expected answers is one or two choices. So the WH question, I will give some example, like, what is your name? What do you do? Where do you live? And it starts with the word WH, just like that. And the second one is yes-no question. It's when you ask a question and you want the people who answer to answer with yes or no, or any other kind of one of two choices. Do you like to hang out today? And the people who answers will say like, yes, I like to. Or they can say like, no, I'm busy. And questions like, do you know where the bathroom is? And they would say, yes, I do. Or they would say, no, I don't. So those are the two questions you need to remember. So for the WH question, it has the structure of introductory phrases, like these kind of phrases, I like to know, could you tell me? And plus WH word like why, when, how, where, and it plus a subject and a verb. So for example, the first phrase, is it possible to know why Theo stole the painting? Can anyone volunteer to identify for me what is the introductory phrase, what is the WH, and what is the subject and verb? Any volunteer? Okay, Ben.
It is possible to know is an introductory phrase.
Correct.
WH is why.
Yeah.
Subject is Theo, and verb is stole the painting.
Yeah, you are correct. That is the order of the WH question.
Please explain is the introductory phrase.
Mm-hmm.
The weather
Mm.
is what it was.
Yeah.
My cat is subject and is sick or healthy is the other part.
Yep, you are correct. So what about the third part? Do you know if they can find new parents for him? Anyone? Want to identify this one? Practice using indirect questions. So I will give you a role play. So you choose one of these three scenarios. An employee looks for help and guidance from their boss. An African man is asking a local citizen for the road to the bus station. A new customer asks the barista about the drink recommendation. So I will give you... I will give you 10 minutes to prepare for this role play, and you can have as many people as you like. And when you create the role play, you volunteer, your team volunteer, you will get 2+ points.